opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Come on, guys, let's go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ballard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Jones throw pulled in by Kittle. Touchdown, Texans! George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field was strong defensively. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Bush. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by D.J. Reed. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And Henry gets the call there on first down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A give. This is Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Bush. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bush. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to you. Let's go, line 50, line 50.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Ballard. flush to his right. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Again to Henry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0.
Texans 14, Jaguars nothing. Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bush. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Here we go. 50.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Bush. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, Bush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Bush. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Derrick Henry fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Come on now.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ballard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Texans 21, Jaguars 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Henry's got it out on the left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the second half with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They've got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Bush. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down at 4. Again, it's Kamara. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Bush. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bush. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Taking it about the 1. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down Let's see what that's about. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the option, here's Henry. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it again with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. To throw on 2nd down. Bush. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jones. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Back to throw. Bush.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bush. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A huge play there for Houston.
How you leave a receiver of that caliber that wide open on that play is absolutely beyond me. You've watched tape. You've gone over the scouting report. Your first move should be double or triple him and make sure.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
35, Jaguars 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24 yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8 coming up.
We got 4.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Here's a handoff to Connor, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down